Well, it is a beautiful morning in the middle of winter. There's no boats, there's no wind, there's no rain. It's the perfect day to go fishing. I launched the boat about an hour ago. I've just come out to the middle of the basin here, and I'm actually gonna spend the day throwing these around, soft vibes, which I reckon are probably the most popular and effective lure to hit the estuary market in the last 15 years. Everybody seems to be using them, and for good reason, and that's because they work. So today I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 different shapes, colors, sizes to use, and 2 different setups. I've got a lighter setup and a medium setup, and I'm just going to plot around, use the electronics and see what I can find. I'm going to fish bait schools, drop-offs, some wrecks, maybe find some birds, and I'm a chance of anything from a flathead, a little snapper, brim, all the way through to a tailor salmon, or fingers crossed even a mulloway. It's a super good day to be fishing. Pretty excited, let's get to it. Well, the beauty about fishing with soft vibes is that the technique is rather simple. So it starts with a big long cast out as far as you can, and we want to sink that lure down to the bottom third of the water column. I'm fishing at about 10 meters now, so that's going to be the final 2.5, 3 meters. That's where a lot of the action happens, particularly in estuaries like this. Once the lure's down onto the bottom, it's a vibration lure, and to kind of ignite that vibration, all you really have to do is get tension and then lift up. And if you're using a quality rod, you'll feel the vibration through the tip of that rod all the way down to where your hand is. So every time you lift up, you should just feel a slight vibration happening in that lure. If you don't feel it, it means your lure's tangled up and it's not working, so burn it back in and go again. But essentially all that we're doing is hopping that lure all the way back to the boat, letting it sink down to the bottom, a brief pause, and then lift it up. There he is. Oh, beautiful. That's a good start. Pretty common this time of year to find flathead in the deeper water, particularly of this size. This would be a just over legal length flathead. Perfect if you wanted to take something to eat. This one's going back in the water today, but it's a good sign to know that the fish are biting. There's a bite. Doesn't feel overly big, but there's so much bait here. Had to be a fish. Anyone who's been spiked by a flathead knows how close that was and how much it can hurt. Time to get the pliers. Hopefully there's a few of these guys around. It's all kind of happening here now. There's salmon and tailor, and what's this? Ah, it's a nice little squire. It's always good to see a little snapper in the estuary, and he's just annihilated that vibe, which is the perfect imitation of a bait fish. You got a lot more growing to do yet, mate. Off you go. One of the most underrated bits of advice I can give you if you're getting into lure fishing is what they call keeping in contact with your line, or simply just paying attention to what's going on. And what I mean by that is when I cast out, instead of doing this and not paying attention to what's going on in that line, you want to be lifting up and then slowly monitoring that line as it goes back down, and keeping tension and watching for a little tick or a pluck in the line. And why that's important is because a fish will hit it on the sink. So what the sink is when I lift it up, now that lure's probably got a meter and a half of free fall, and a fish will pounce on it then. And if you don't monitor your line or watch your line, you'll miss the bite. And then in that time that you've lifted up, looked around, you've already missed a fish and you would never know. It pays to be alert when you're moving spots. I was just going around the corner, and out of the corner of my eye, I saw a big splash on the surface, followed by another, which is, in this part of the world, either a tailor or a salmon or a kingfish. So because soft vibes are the perfect imitation of bait fish, I want to find where that action is happening and fish underneath it. Oh! A big school of them. Such good fun. Wow. They are so powerful. I think based off their eating quality, which many people say they aren't too great. To be honest, I've never tried one. They don't probably get the respect they deserve. But in the estuary, on light gear, on soft vibes, they are awesome fun. Wow. Now that was a fight and a half. Now that is an awesome fight on light line and a soft vibe, and they go so hard. They're built like a train, a very thick built fish around the shoulders. And if you look down there, you would not want to be a bait fish hanging around these estuaries like this one here. There was probably, I don't know, maybe 20 in that school that came through. And they're such a wicked sport fish. I must admit, I've never eaten one. Probably because when I was growing up, I got told that they were nothing but dog food. So I might put that to the test one day. But in terms of sport fishing capabilities, these fish are as good as it gets. They jump, they're acrobatic, they're great to handle. They have no teeth. You can see I've got my hand in its mouth there now. So quick photo, I'll get this guy back in the water. There he is. Oh, I think this is the fish that I've been after. There's a lot of weight in that rod. Been throwing vibes all day. And we've caught some good fish. We've caught some flathead, tailor, salmon. I came to this little spot just before we go. Wow, there's some powerful head shakes there. And the sounder was lit up. And I was just hopping this vibe through. The old BLT. That's a much bigger flathead than what we've been catching. And that is why you go throw soft vibes around the estuaries. I've got my glove and my pliers here. If you don't have one of these fish handling gloves, go into your local BCF and grab one. They're fluoro orange, there's a few different sizes, but they're super good. Come here, mate. Or I should say, come here, girl, because you are definitely a breeding flathead. And we're in. Much bigger than what we've been catching today, and it's just about persisting. I was throwing that lure around for a long time, maybe half an hour without catching anything, but I knew there was way too much bait here for there not to be a fish like this hanging around. So super happy with that. This one's definitely not going in the esky. This is going back in the water. I might get a quick measure, a photo, and let it swim off. Well, I've just had that flathead swimming in the water, about to let it go. It's been an awesome day on my local waterway throwing some vibes around. If you haven't done it, I encourage you to go give it a go. Talk to the people behind the counter at BCF. Grab yourself a few different shapes, colors, sizes. Put a few hours in, you never know, you might get a flathead just like this. Speaking of which, back in the water.